Hello again, this is Doug the 2-Minute Gardener, and we are continuing our series on how to light up your backyard. Today we're going to talk about lighting up water, either in a water fountain or a water feature. Now, one of the great things about having these water features in your backyard is not just the sound, but it's also the movement of the water. And when you add some light to that water movement, it creates a wonderful sparkle that can be seen in all different parts of your yard. So let's talk about the 3 different ways you can light up that water. The first is what I like to call indirect lighting. So here you have your classic urn water feature, really nice and pretty, makes a nice little sound. But at night, if you light it up, it can really sparkle and shine. Now, in this particular backyard, we did not have a light directly on the water. We did have one on the front of the fountain, kind of to uplight the fountain itself, but for the water itself, we relied on the perimeter lighting. So all the way around the perimeter, we had these wonderful cafe lights, as you can see here. And that created this wonderful ring effect in the water itself, because I made sure when I designed the yard to put the fountain in the direct center of the yard, so that these cafe lights would really light up the water really nice at night. So again, I call that indirect lighting. The next one is direct lighting. So direct lighting is just what it sounds like. You have a water feature, the water's coming down it, and you put a regular light on the water. Typically, the same uplight that you saw earlier in the week when we talked about uplighting trees, uplighting buildings. So you can use that same concept to put an uplight on the actual water itself and get that light to sparkle through the rocks and around the area around your water feature as well. And again, that's your standard FX uplight you see there. And again, we use it for trees and other things, but you can use it for water features. And here's an example of what I'm talking about when you put an FX uplight on those kinds of water features. It creates this nice lighting of that area. And again, you want to use kind of a narrow beam if it's a small water feature, a medium-sized beam for the regular, a little bit bigger water feature. We use medium beams for this because we wanted to light not just the water, but we also wanted to light the rocks and the ambient area around the water feature as well. The third type of lighting that you can use are underwater lights. So this is a really cool thing, and here's a couple of different examples of underwater lights from FXL. And obviously these are completely waterproof lights you put underneath it. The LL has an adjustable head, so you can do a little focusing it underwater. The next one is more of a fixed feature, and that's the one you actually saw in the water fountain in the first slide there. And that's great for a stationary light to kind of light up an area like you see with this water fountain. Great thing about underwater lights, you can also add gels to them. We'll talk a little bit more about gelling these lights in a later episode of lighting up your backyard. Anyway, those are the 3 different ways to kind of light up your backyard: indirect lighting, direct lighting, and underwater lighting. So when you're thinking about how to light up your backyard, don't forget to put a little bit of light on the water as well. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Doug the 2-Minute Gardener saying stay tuned for more lighting coming up this week. Next, we're going to talk about architectural lighting. In the meantime, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe to get more of my garden videos. Till next time, this is Doug the 2-Minute Gardener saying thanks so much for watching.